Let's take a look at our 11th problem type. Okay, so we're going to have 2x to the fourth, y to the third, minus y to the fifth, equals negative x squared plus y. Now we're going to use implicit differentiation. So I'm going to take the derivative of everything where it's sitting. So I'll take the derivative with respect to x of 2x to the fourth, y to the third. And I'll take the derivative of negative y to the fifth with respect to x equals the derivative of negative x squared and derivative, all of these with respect to x, of y. Okay, now a 2 I can put out in front, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is the product rule, though. So the x to the fourth is going to be my p, and the y to the third will be my q. Now p prime will be 4x to the third, and q prime, we're taking derivative just like normal, so this will be 3y squared. But since we're taking a derivative with respect to x, and it's really y, we need to add on a y prime. So again, 2's out in front. Our formula is p prime q plus p q prime. Well, p prime is 4x to the third times q, which is y to the third, plus p, which is x to the fourth, times q prime, which is 3y squared y prime. Now let me double check myself there. 4x to the third, q is that, plus p, which is that, times q prime is that. Okay. Now the derivative of negative y to the fifth is negative 5y to the fourth. You take the derivative just like normal. Excuse me. But since we're taking the derivative with respect to x and it's really y, we have to add on a y prime. Derivative of negative x squared is negative 2x. Derivative of y is 1, but again, since it's y, we have to do y prime. Okay, I'll multiply 2 through. 2 times 4 is 8. X to the third, y to the third. Plus, put the 3 out in front, x to the fourth, y squared, y prime. Actually, I didn't multiply the 2 through, did I? That should be 6. There we go. 2 times 3. Minus 5y to the fourth, y prime, equals negative 2x plus y prime. Now we want to get everything with y prime on one side, everything else on the other side. So I'm going to take this y prime here to the left side, and I'll take this 8x to the third, y to the third to the right side. Anytime you take anything across your equals, your sign changes. So that gives me 6x to the fourth, y squared, y prime, minus 5y to the fourth, y prime, minus y prime equals negative 8x to the third, y to the third, minus 2x. Now we're solving for y prime, so we have to factor it out. And that gives us 6x to the fourth, y squared, minus 5y to the fourth, minus 1. Equals negative 8x to the third, y to the third, minus 2x. Try and get y prime by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by what's behind it. So I divide both sides by 6x to the fourth, y squared, minus 5y to the fourth, minus 1. 5y to the fourth, minus 1. So I got negative 8x to the third, y to the third, minus 2x over that. Now over on this side, that cancels with that. And we got y prime is equal to negative 8x to the third, y to the third minus 2x over 6x to the fourth, y squared, minus 5y to the fourth, minus 1. And that's our answer. I'm going to save this. I'm not sure if I have enough room down there for the next problem. There we go. And let's look at the next problem. I don't know why I got these so similar, in case you're wondering. I think I took them off 2 different versions of the test and just didn't notice they were real close to each other. But oh well. Never hurts to see extra examples. X to the 5th plus y. Okay, so again, we're going to take derivative of everything where it's sitting with respect to x. So we'll take derivative of x to the 5th, y squared, the derivative of negative 2y to the 4th, the derivative of negative 3x to the 5th, and the derivative of y. Well, this first one is the product rule. This is p and this is q. Well, p prime would be 5x to the 4th. Q prime will be 2y, but then we have to add on a y prime, because we're taking derivative with respect to x, and it's really y. So we got p prime q plus p q prime. P prime is 5x to the 4th. Q is y squared plus p, which is x to the 5th, times q prime, which is 2y y prime. And let me double check all that. Okay. Now the derivative of negative 2y to the 4th is negative 8y to the 3rd. Again, I put my power out in front, lowered it by 1. Since we're taking derivative with respect to x and it's really y, we have to add on a y prime. Equals the derivative of negative 3x to the 5th is negative 15x to the 4th. The derivative of y is 1, but then we have to add on our y prime. Same reason we've been saying over and over. Okay, now I want to get everything with y prime on one side, everything else on the other side. So I guess I'll take this y prime here to the left side, and this 5x to the 4th y squared to the right side. And I'll rearrange these. So that's 2x to the 5th y prime minus 8y to the 3rd y prime minus y prime equals negative 5x to the 4th y squared minus 15x to the 4th. Well, I want to factor out a y prime, and that leaves us 2x to the 5th y minus 8y to the 3rd minus 1 equals negative 5x to the 4th y squared minus 15x to the 4th. And now we're going to divide both sides by what's behind our y prime, which is 2x to the 5th y minus 8y to the 3rd minus 1. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. So we got 2x to the 5th y minus 8y to the 3rd minus 1. That cancels with that. And we got y prime is equal to negative 5x to the 4th y squared minus 15x to the 4th over 2x to the 5th y minus 8y to the 3rd minus 1. And that's our answer. And let me save that. There we go. And let's look at our next problem. So we got 9x plus 3 over 4x minus y equals 3x. Well, first off, we don't want to do a quotient rule if we can help it. So if we can multiply by the LCM of all our denominators and get rid of the fraction, we will. So we'll multiply everything by 4x minus y. So multiply both sides by 4x minus y. Over here, the 4x minus y's cancel. And we got 9x plus 3. And 3x times 4x gives us 12x squared. And 3x times negative y gives us negative 3xy. Now we'll take derivative of everything where it's sitting. So I'll take derivative with respect to x of 9x. Derivative with respect to x of 3. Derivative of 12x squared. And I'll put the negative 3 out in front. And then we got derivative of x times y. Well, this is the product rule here. So this will be P, and this will be Q. Well, P prime would be 1. Q prime would normally be 1, but since we're taking derivative with respect to x, and it's really y, we have to add on a y prime. Okay, so the derivative of 9x is 9. Derivative of 3 is 0. Of 12x squared is 24x minus 3 times p prime q plus p q prime for a formula. P prime is 1 times q, which is y, plus p, which is x, times q prime, which is y prime. So we got 9 is equal to 24x, and I'll multiply the 3 through. So we got negative 3y minus 3x y prime. Now we want to get everything with a y prime on one side, everything else on the other. So I'm going to take this negative 3x y prime to the left side and this 9 to the right side. So I'm going to get 3x y prime is equal to 24x minus 3y minus 9. Then I'm going to divide both sides by what's in front of my y prime, which is 3x. And I got 24x minus 3y minus 9 over 3x. Well, 3x cancels. And over on the right side, I noticed that all the numbers are divisible by 3. So I could actually factor a 3 out of the top. And that gives us 8x minus y minus 3 over 3x. And these 3's would cancel, because this 3 times this, and this is 3 times that. And we get y prime is equal to 8x minus y minus 3 over x. And that's our answer. And let me save that page, and then we'll look at our last problem. Which is good because I'm fading past my bedtime of 8:30. Why does it keep doing that? Silly tablet program. Okay, let's look at the last one here. We got 5x minus 2 over x minus 2y equals 4x. Again, we're going to get rid of the fraction here, so we're going to multiply both sides by x minus 2y. So it gives us 4x times x minus 2y. So these cancel. So we got 5x minus 2 equals 4x times x is 4x squared. 4x times negative 2y gives us negative 8xy. And we're going to take derivative of everything where it's sitting. So I'll take the derivative with respect to x of 5x. Take the derivative with respect to x of negative 2 of 4x squared. Now negative 8 I'm going to put out in front. We got that. Okay, that's the product rule there. So this is going to be my p, and this will be my q. P prime will be 1. Q prime would normally be 1, but since it's y, we have to add on a y prime. Okay, so derivative of 5x is 5. Derivative of negative 2 is 0. Derivative of 4x squared is 8x minus 8 times p prime, which is 1, times q, which is y, plus p, which is x, times q prime, which is y prime. Okay, so we got 5 equals 8x, and multiply the negative 8 through, so we got negative 8y. And negative 8 times x y prime gives us negative 8x y prime. Now we're solving for y prime, so we want to get everything with y prime on one side, everything else on the other. I take negative 8x y prime to the left side, becomes a positive 8x y prime. And take the 5 over to the right side, becomes a negative 5. Well, last step, divide both sides by what's in front of our y prime, which is 8x. And the 8x's cancel here. And we get y prime is equal to 8x minus 8y minus 5 over 8x. Now you can't cancel these 8x's because this is 8x minus this. If it was 8x times everything up there, then you could. But this is your answer. So let me save this. There we go. And I'll go ahead and stop the recording here.